with the capability to make the world's first bionic man. The incremental. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Stop whining. I'm gonna die! Oh, yeah. You're gonna cry? You're gonna cry, kitty baby? Oh, you're gonna fucking cry? Look at him, he's crying. It's gonna be metal. It's going to be mental.
Sweat Equity Podcast with just me.
Eric!
Hang on a second. I'm an idiot. And I'm back. No, that was on a real, actual long pause. I just had to start the little timer thingy. Oh my God. If you're watching, I'm really hot right now because I'm wearing this unicorn blanket / vest thing, which was supposed to be a gift to Law's daughter, Minnie. And my daughter had she got a bunch of her hand-me-down stuff together, put it in bags, and then this was separate. So I wore it outside to see if Minnie wanted it. And she didn't even bother getting it out of the car, first of all, to come inside. Trip came right in, said hi. And I go up to the window, and immediately she's just like, what? And I'm like, do you like my outfit? No. Okay. Don't you see it's a unicorn? You're not a unicorn. Okay. So, you don't want it? No. And then she's figured out a way to roll the window up real slow. So then I was like, fine, I'm keeping it. And as I'm wearing it, I'm like, this is actually pretty dope. It's hot. I might wear this out. I mean, why not? This thing's cool. And as I'm walking inside my house, I got this thing on, and Law's like, well, she doesn't want it? And I was like, yeah. I'm going to just take it inside. He said, well, I'll take it. I was like, well, no, I'll take it. I'm going to wear it on a podcast. And then we were fighting over it for 3 seconds, and now I have to wear it because I said I would. There you go. Man, it's fucking hot. Anyways, a lot going on. Big things going on. Scary things going on. If you're watching the news, North Korea is going to send troops to Ukraine. That's cool. How's that not terrible? That's one thing. And then apparently the Supreme Court just said that the president can do whatever they want, which is just almost as terrible. So I don't want to talk about all the details of it because it's really depressing. If you're watching, you'll also see that I'm sitting in a nice comfy chair. What were we doing sitting in those bar stools the whole time like fucking assholes? This is way better. Oh, I'm chilling right now. Oh man, I could go for hours. Oh, we're sitting up there. Oh, let's talk business. So serious. It does help me pay attention. But if it's me talking, I don't have to pay attention. Yeah. I mentioned the news because, I started getting back into this solo podcast thing, talking a lot about UFOs and saying, hey, things seem bad everywhere. Maybe we should use this otherworldly interference as a sign to get our shit together. Because it's scary, man. And I'm not one to sound the alarm bells ever. Last person to sound the alarm bells. I am looking at the guy who's supposed to sound them and being like, hey, you got your finger over that thing? You ready? Just be ready because it's really bad. Oh my God, I'm going to fucking die. It's so hot. I've got a limp dick microphone. Yeah. So when it comes to the UFOs, I've said this before, there's so much shit that comes out every single day. One way or another. This is fake, that's real, this is fake. Dude, if a disinformation campaign is what they are looking to accomplish, fucking mission accomplished. Most people don't care. They are all just like,
I don't give a shit.
Nobody cares. Or just like, that's not real. Oh, okay. Well, again, like I've said in the past, let's pretend all of it's humans. Because I actually listened to some guy who was a DARPA researcher of some kind. And he was adamant that at least when it comes to the balls of light in the sky, like, they can do that. Okay. They can put voices into people's heads, apparently. Since, like, the 60s. Manchurian candidates, yeah, they can do that. No problem. Okay. I guess it's real. My point being, like, it gets to a point where I'm just like, what do we do with this? What's real? What's fake? Is any of this shit real? I've said it before, None of these solid objects are actually solid, and they're moving, and there's vibrational frequencies that are resonating to make everything stay together. Also, I can't prove that everybody in my life is a robot that just powers on when I walk in the room, or that yesterday was my first day of life and everything before that was implanted memories. I can't prove it. You get real philosophical with it, and you can't prove shit. Nothing's real. Except one thing. And that's love. Whether, you can believe things that you feel all you want, besides that, but like, like the love I have for my kids transcends all the things. So like, it's really the only truth we have. The only thing that we can point to and be like, okay, that gives this thing shape, that gives it direction, gives it meaning. At least within yourself. Because the flip side of that is just how you treat other people. How do they feel that love? Is that coming out? So big picture, yeah, we got to level up. I had planned with this to sort of take a step back and look at, or at least tell the story of sort of a huge thing that happened to me years ago that, I think in one way or another, most people would benefit from the experience. And it was something that really, was like the only true turning point in my life in terms of like how I saw the world. This thing that happened to me happened right here, actually. Almost exactly where I'm sitting, oddly enough. I was in this room, two of my closest friends. Friend of the program, JP Labadie, Tampaniac Pictures, and AJ Gonzalez, also known as DJ Garbage Pussy from Garbage Garage. And we're real close. So like, we had eaten mushrooms, magic mushrooms. Not a crazy amount, nothing otherworldly that would point to a definite reason as to why it happened this time and no other times. But, JP and I especially are very close mentally, we share and whatnot. But that night, we had just gotten in here and just were like, for whatever reason, at one point, the right music came on. We all had our eyes closed. We all sort of were looking inward to whatever. Side note. This was coming at a time when I had just learned about Gnosticism. And it kind of blew my mind. Quick review. Gnosticism, similar to the word agnosticism, but without the A, so the opposite, I guess. At the time, I had learned about this idea, and the idea being, the way I understood it at the time, that what if the God that everybody worships in this world is the opposite? What if the devil was the good guy? What if, and it like, not saying I believe that or I believe one thing or another, but the way it lined up with just, man, there's a lot of fighting over religion, like, whew, is that really what God wanted? The God that loves everybody wants that, So when you think about that, like that sort of thing, like really was like, whoa, like that kind of blew my mind. So anyways, back to the mushrooms. We're in this room and we had some music playing. It was Modest Yahoo, King Without a Crown. I'll never forget it, obviously. And I had my eyes closed and there's just a weird sort of vibrational thing that starts happening. And it's just like, okay, like I'm sitting here with my eyes closed thinking like there's something else here saying, do you want to go? Do you want to go with me? Remember, eyes closed. Complete darkness aside from the insane, indescribable light colors that I could see. And I'm sitting there going, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's go. It's like, are you sure? Uh-huh. Let's do it. And then with perfect timing with the song somehow, pew, I'm on this crazy blue electric highway that looked like, I don't know. It looked like I was inside a cell, like a plant cell or something. And the snap of a finger, I'm in outer space. I don't fucking know. It was devoid of color. It was dark, I guess, besides the giant burning ball of what looked like molten lava. Just sort of chilling there. Okay. So I'm there, and for some reason, I know that there's two other things there with me. And for another stupid reason, I sat there and said, give me the light. Never said those words before in my life. Never thought those words. But I just met you two otherworldly beings. Give it to me. And I remember there being like hesitation. Not from me. Like on the other side, there was hesitation. Like, are you sure? Yeah. So this giant molten rock thing then has this like, looks like a pipe come out of it and go right into quote unquote me. And I'm receiving the light. I don't know what that means. But it was a feeling like I've never felt before, and I can remember specifically it feeling like, is this too much? And the other things that were there asking each other, are we sure about this? I'm an idiot. I didn't even think about this.
You sure about that?
Should do a take two, but I'm not gonna.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about it. So I was getting the light. I don't fucking know why What? Why? I don't know. I remember this feeling of like sort of pity from these other things, as it felt like I was being cooked from the inside. The only description I can give is similar to like in the Green Mile when they don't wet the sponge on the guy's head and he's just like frying. That's what it was like. I mean, okay. You know, and I don't recall if it just sort of stopped in the middle of it, I guess, or I took as much as I could. And then I was back here, right where I'm sitting now. Just left to deal with that. Okay, now I know we can leave our bodies. Did it. You know, this is obvious for anybody who's ever smoked DMT, because that's like a non-negotiable situation. But this mushroom thing was very, it felt negotiated almost. I don't know how to put it. But, yeah, that fucking really changed my life. I came out of that just, you know, it's a trope that, you know, we're all one, and but I just really started to feel I don't think weight is the right word, but like, I was definitely more empathetic. I was definitely feeling more inclined to spread love, to use whatever talents I might have to do that. But yeah, it wasn't this religious experience. It was very like, it was like going and getting my oil changed or something, or getting something. You know, it wasn't like you're going to go out and you're going to help poor people now. It didn't say nothing to me about what I should be doing. You know, but I kind of got the idea. Fun side note. This was after I had dropped a knife on my foot years ago, and I had an achy foot for years after that, after driving and things. And that night I was like, anything's possible. And that night I was like, I'm going to go inside my brain. I'm going to travel down and I'm going to heal my foot from the inside. And I did that. And my foot doesn't hurt ever now. Years ago. This happened over 10 years ago, I think. Close. So I guess I tell you that just because maybe like that's sort of like helping prove what I'm saying. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened to me. It matters what comes of it, you know? Drink break. It's hard talking this long by myself. Yeah. I glossed over a lot of things. One, because it's fucking hot. But also just because I do kind of want to just get to like something positive we can all be doing here. Because it wasn't just me who also had a life-changing experience. JP did as well. AJ doesn't even talk about it so much. But JP, you know, he was probably further along the road than I was already, but like it definitely changed who he was for the better. Definitely changed me who I was for the better, but it did end up causing, you know, some hardships just because there's no way around seeing people differently, seeing what's important or having what's important realigned for you. So, it's nobody's fault or whatever. It just happens. But yes, let's get back to the number one thing that came out of my experience was just like, man, what can I do realistically that won't, kill me, that won't put me bankrupt, that won't, be a huge pain in the ass. And it was these bags for homeless people. These ones are like deluxe ones that I probably went over the top because it's very generous. Those have MREs in them, which are nice because, people don't have a means to cook. They can just, bam, just like that. It's got deodorant and toothpaste and toothbrushes. And look, I got a whole thing of them. Look, I'm gonna... Yeah. I had to drop me. Oh. Just let it have the whole thing. But let's do stuff like that. Let's level up one little thing at a time. This is what I'm saying. We should little step. It's Florida for most of us. Doesn't matter. If it's summer, it's a rainy season. And JP and I were talking about like, oh, well, can we put in these things that might be a little bit useful that, food can get spoiled or, lost or eaten by animals or bears. But we were thinking like get some, there's cheap ponchos on Amazon that you can get. Who doesn't like having a poncho in the car? That's something that will benefit you. And if you see somebody out, it might be sunny, doesn't matter. Be like, hey, I know it's sunny outside, but take this for later. They might like that even more. Because think about it. They're not out, doing their thing in the rain. Maybe they can now. I don't know. I'm not trying to say that's what the point is. Increase their hours of work, but yeah. My whole thing, everybody love everybody, has an origin. It has reason. We have to do stuff. We got to do better. This is how I end up doing it I'm just like, oh, we just got to do better, please. Oh my God, what can we do? Because I really believe on an individual basis, if every single person in the world looked at the positive, looked at things in a loving way, didn't take things personal, follow the 5 agreements. If that was true, we would have nothing to worry about. Don't got to change anybody, just got to change yourself. That's what I feel any adult, that's what your mission in life is. You have one life to change, your own. Because we are on this earth at such a weird time, man. Think that's a coincidence? You think it's, maybe you remember a past life. But you think it's a coincidence that we're all here right now? I know that sounds stupid. Hey, I know a lot of this shit sounds stupid. I know. It's all I got. It's the truth. It's how it happened to me. I hope that truth is something that you can take as like, hey, I mean, I'm not saying lizard people are going to eat our faces off. I'm just saying, hey, like, everybody needs to chill the fuck out. Like, there's a lot of fucking aggression, so much anger. Nobody knows what to do with it. It's a terribly cyclical and spiraling situation, the anger. Because it's like you see somebody else do it, it's like, fucking, jeez, they get to be angry? What the fuck? You know, but it works the other way too. Like, just take a minute, step back. Here's a fun homework assignment. Because when I say what it is, it's like, that's not, but when it happens, you'll understand. Go outside and stare at the sky for 20 seconds. You don't have to just looking at clouds, whatever. Standing actually helps, like, just to kind of get an idea of what I'm saying. Because 20 seconds of just staring at the sky in 2024, you feel so fucking stupid. It's just admiring beautiful, because there might even be a rainbow in the sky. 20 seconds, like, what is this guy's problem? What does he see? Like, do it. Go outside, stare at the sky for 20 seconds, and you'll be like, this is so stupid. And you'll also be like, Eric was right. Oh my God. The point is, man, we got to recognize that this isn't the end. This isn't winner take all. This is a carryover. Run differential comes into play here. Go out. Get yourself some ponchos. Get yourself some MREs if you're feeling generous. Get bottles of water. Do something. You know what? Free pass to post it on social media too. Fine. Don't gotta tag me, nothing. Just fucking do it. Like, encourage other people to do it. Let's make it cool. Because to bring it all back around, it's so gross. The issues that the nation is facing in terms of money and shit. When you look at the Department of Defense failing 6 audits in a row. Billions upon billions, maybe $1 trillion missing. People can't pay their bills. It's not even like we're spending it on bombs and we're complaining about it. We don't even fucking know where it is. Like, oh no, we spent lots on bombs too. But also we don't know where the other parts of it is. What?
What?
So with UFOs, like, there's absolutely money going towards that. There are people hungry when there is plenty to go around for everybody. And some assholes think they're more important or better than other people. And you ain't. I mean, it's going to come back on you one way or another, man. Like, fucking, trust me, they told me. Not really. When I say they, I'm talking about the things in outer space or wherever the fuck it was. Again, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's all do better. Let's all go love each other. You know?
Eric! Everybody love everybody!
Okay, I kind of said that one to myself. But I do. I love every single one of you. I might not like all of you, but I love every single one of you.